me and you today. I have an awesome recipe for you. We're having a little Italian party and I'm making my awesome lasagna. It's gluten-free, it's vegan, huge crowd pleaser. Even kids like it. So you guys are gonna really like this. Basically, I substitute the noodles with zucchini and I just cut them super flat like zucchini noodles. I'll get into that a little bit later when we do the layering process. Let me just first go over everything that you're gonna need. 4 to 5 cups of raw spinach, a bag of vegan mozzarella. This is just Trader Joe's brand, but you can also get Daya. 1 complete recipe of vegan cashew ricotta, which I've already prepared. If you want to check that out, there's a separate video for that below. I have about 1.5 cups of fresh shredded basil, 4 cloves of garlic chopped. I'm chopping that here. 4 zucchinis, 1 chopped yellow onion, olive oil. Also, this is tomato sauce. This is organic. I always like to go organic when I get the tomato sauce, and I like to make sure there's no sugar in it. They put sugar in everything, and it's totally not necessary. This is a completely savory dish. Why is there sugar in the tomato sauce? I don't know. Check your label. This organic one is also from Trader Joe's. It has no sugar, and it's also vegan, so you can check for the vegan label on the back. Love this one though, lots of flavor. As far as spices that you guys are gonna need, you're gonna need a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of cumin. This is about a tablespoon of oregano, and then 1 teaspoon of paprika. This is optional, but if you like a little smokiness, this is a really good spice to add. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is preheat the oven to 350. Before we get started, we're gonna go ahead and just infuse a little extra flavor into our sauce. I don't like to just dump this and go, but if you're in a hurry, you can omit this first step. I'm going to caramelize this onion. So just one little turn around with the olive oil, and I'm gonna get this onion on the burner, and I'm gonna caramelize that down with all of the spices. So just dump all the spices in with your onion right now. Get that going. Add the oregano and cumin. And I'm even gonna add the garlic. This is about 4 cloves, just chopped garlic. Get that all in there, and I'm gonna go put this on medium heat until these onions are caramelized and cooked down. So let's start that now. And just stir occasionally. You're just gonna wanna cook this down until the onions are a little transparent and see-through. And then we're gonna add our tomato sauce. I'll check back with you guys in a few seconds. All right, guys, so we've got these onions all nice and caramelized. They're really cooked down, nice and tender. All the spices are infused. And this is totally optional, but we just have like a little bit of leftover wine. Sometimes I like to just give it a nice splash. Get that sizzle. Oh, so good. This will just give you a little bit more richness. A lot of people do this when they're working with red sauces. That's just a little leftover red wine from last night. Get that cooked down. And you can just, if you do choose to do this step, just cook it for like a minute or 2 just till the liquid cooks off. And give that a little stir, but in the interest of keeping this production going, I'm gonna just move on with the next step now. I'm just gonna go ahead and pour in this organic tomato sauce and get this all stirred up. Now you're gonna reduce your heat to low and simmer this for 20 minutes. You'll see right now it's super liquidy, but it's gonna thicken up a lot. And we're just really marinating all the spices and all the flavors. We're gonna cook this down for 20 minutes, and I will check back with you guys and we'll be ready to construct our lasagna. Hey guys, welcome back. So we just finished simmering our sauce for 20 minutes. It is awesome. It like really thickened up nicely. So now we're ready to construct the lasagna. I'm just gonna go through that process with you. First, I'm gonna tell you guys, like I promised, how to create these lasagna noodles. So I just cut these. There's a tool for this. I believe it's called the mandolin slicer. Yeah, something like that. Google it. Which is awesome, because then you just take the thing and go but I don't have one of those, so if you don't have one, don't be shy. We're just going to slice this, so I'm just going to take it like this, really as thin as possible, and then drag my knife back, and then I get these slices, and they just kind of mimic lasagna noodles. Total, you guys are going to need about 4 zucchinis to kind of create this, but I have a bunch here ready to go, so I'm going to show you guys how to get started. First, I'm just going to put a little spoonful on the bottom just to keep everything juicy and moist. Just a little bit of our sauce that we simmered up. And then I'm going to lay out the noodles. So you just want to construct this. Lay these flat. This is the same way you would construct a regular lasagna. We're just subbing out the noodles for these zucchini slices. Okay, and we're gonna just layer this in here and just build this all the way across. And I'm gonna show you guys how to make one layer, and then you'll repeat and make a second layer, and then it's good to go. Or if you had an even taller pan, you could do a 3-layer lasagna, which is fun too. And like, you'll get some weird slices too that didn't come out okay. That's all right. You'll find that when you're building this, there's like little gaps, so you just kind of want to fill in and make sure that the whole base is covered before you start layering in the other ingredients. So I got that. See, just kind of lay it all out there. Perfect. And then I'm gonna come in with our ricotta cheese. This is a cashew ricotta. Spoon this and just drizzle this over your noodles. Okay, so then just kind of spoon this in clumps over your noodles. You get a nice creamy ricotta layer, and then if you want, you can kind of smooth it out. If you have like a little scraper spatula, get that all coated up. And then a nice generous handful of the fresh spinach. And really coat this. The spinach cooks down, so you feel like you're putting a lot of spinach. You're not. It's fine. It's going to cook down. We're going to pack it in there, right? So just be generous with the spinach. And then come in and then sprinkle your basil on top. This gives it a really nice, fresh Italian flavor. So delicious. And then you're going to come in again with this vegan mozzarella. And also just sprinkle that loosely on top. If you're a cheesy person, you can add some more. You know, it's going to be really creamy already with the cashew ricotta, but just get that all sprinkled in. But now go back in with your sauce. And we're going to just spoon that all over the top too. And really build out this layer. Oh my gosh, you guys, this smells so good. This is one of those dishes that's awesome because you could make this in advance before your company comes over. Put it in the freezer or put it aside in the fridge, whatever you want, and then just throw it. I have dogs here. And then you can just throw it in the oven, you know, and this can just cook. You don't have to like maintain it or anything. It's also one of those dishes that's amazing as leftovers because it just tastes so much better the next day. All the spices get in there. Okay, so then that completes one layer, and then we're just going to go back in and repeat that process again. So we're going to do it one more time, and I'm just going to tuck down all these zucchini noodles and just layer it nice and beautifully. Pack them in there nice and tight for you guys. Hey! All my guests are arriving. We're having this awesome Italian dinner tonight. So that's Amy, you guys, here coming in the background. She's in charge of the garlic bread. Can't have lasagna without garlic bread. Perfect. So then I put those noodles down again, and I'm going to just go over the process again with you guys. Noodles are down. Again with the ricotta. Drizzle that baby all across here. Get this all in here. This is only a deep enough pan for 2 layers, so I'm going to just go ahead and use the rest of the ricotta on this layer. I love this recipe because it doesn't exclude anybody. Like, everyone can eat it. There's just nothing in here. It's just veggies. Perfect. So, got my ricotta cheese spread all out again. Go back in, super generous with the spinach. Dun, dun, dun. Just make it like it's for Popeye. You know? Pack this in. Really get generous with it. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, good. That's the rest of the spinach there. So it cooks down so much, you guys, so don't be afraid that you're adding too much spinach. Again, it really cooks down. And then we'll go back in with the fresh basil one more time. Save a little bit for the top layer. I like to garnish with it. And then one more layer of the vegan mozzarella. Okay, and then I like to finish off with the sauce. There's a little bit of sauce left, so we're going to just sauce this baby down one more time for our top layer. Wait till you guys see how this comes out. It's amazing. And then just kind of spread it evenly. Also, if you guys have some nutritional yeast, I like to put that and just sprinkle that over the top layer too, because it kind of toasts up nice and pretty. People think it tastes like Parmesan, so that's another little trick. And then just sprinkle the last little bit of the basil, and I'm going to go ahead. It's all completely constructed. We're going to pop this in the oven. It's already preheated, 350. We're going to bake it for 30 minutes and check back, guys. Ding! 30 minutes, guys, and our lasagna looks amazing. Check this baby out. It is so toasty, so crispy, so cheesy. and my guests are starving, so I can't talk to you guys anymore. Last little tip, let it cool down because it's gonna burn your mouth. Give it 20 minutes, it'll still be warm. Cut this baby up, slices up just like lasagna, and bon appetit. I want you to subscribe to my channel, I Vegan You. Yes, hit subscribe. I Vegan You. I'm Nicole Dursway, and I teach you amazing vegan recipes that you can cook at home in your own kitchen. And they'll be super popular with your friends, and it will save the baby seals. So subscribe. You want to believe in unicorns? Subscribe. You want fairies to stop dying every day? Subscribe. You want Prince Charming to finally show up on that white horse? Just subscribe. Okay?